Topping our list today, we have the energy CVOL, which again, not surprising. Energy, WTI making some headlines out there, crude in general, on the backs of us, shall we say, intensifying the pressure on Venezuela, including ratcheting up an embargo, taking a bunch of crude off the market out there in Venezuela. Crude's been pretty much going to die for the latter portion of this year. So interesting to see vol coming back to life this week. Energy CVOL 63.68, up 3.63 points just today. So our biggest mover today to the upside, certainly. That is the high for the week, the low 59.21. So energy vol getting a shot in the arm on the back of the, let's just call it the Venezuela Brouhaha. And below it we have commodities, the aggregate commodities CVOL 38.75, up a little over 2, about 2.05 points today. That is the high for the week, the low 36.70. So far we're 2 for 2 pinning it to the upside. Below it we have the aggregate metals CVOL 24.09 is where it's hanging out, up about 1.5 points. That is close to the high for the week. The high was actually 24.42 that it hit yesterday. The low 22.61. And then below it we have the aggregate ag CVOL, also roaring back to life this week. 18.01 today, up about 1/4 point today. That's right off the high of 18.10 that it hit yesterday. The low 17.79. So we're pretty much 4 for 4, pinning the needle to the upside, or pretty close to it in our CVOL list. And then the rest of it's all going the other way, listeners. The Treasury price vol 4.03. It's about as low of a number as you're going to see on this list, listeners. That is the low for the week, the high 4.57. So Treasury vol going to die in the latter portion of December. Go figure. The Fed's behind us now, so not a lot to drive Treasury price action the rest of the year. FX vol also getting taken to the woodshed. 5.75, off about 0.1 today. That is the low for the week. The high 6.25, so off about 0.5 point on the week in FX vol. And then, of course, bringing up the rear, we have the Treasury yield vol 73.12. That's one of the lowest levels we've seen in some time on that number. Off 1.25 points today. That is the low for the week as well. The high 83.56. So coming off over 10 points in the Treasury yield vol as well.